Just started.
Oh.
We're live.
No.
Wow.
Oh no.
I love starting these streams halfway through a sentence. Hello!
Hi.
This is a general
hello.
Well, yeah, anyone can answer, it's fine. Or not, it could be rhetorical.
Just we'll be quiet the entire stream and you'll look insane.
I mean, okay, I've just muted your channel, so it's just me now. No, nobody can hit. No, I'll take it back on. It's fine. How is everybody? I know I've already asked that, but how is everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to focus on drawing a cat.
Oh yes.
Yay.
We must begin with cats. Oh look, I've just zoomed out.
All the cats.
All the cats.
I'm not very good. Oh no.
Zoom. Look at the cats.
I mean, it's just a second puddle cat.
Yeah.
Yay. All the puddle cats.
I love a puddle cat.
Alright,
Very
that's a
happy.
cat. Oh, whiskers.
Oh, fuck.
Just give him little dot eyes. It's fine.
No, they're the eyes.
Bink. Bink.
Look at that friend.
Is ditto.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's not an asterisk. That's just
No, I'm not zooming in on that.
Wonderful.
That's making me question the perspective of this drawing. Got like a kind of MC Escher optical illusion with the legs. Which one's in front? Which one's behind?
Don't worry.
Part owl,
about
don't
it.
worry about it.
I can't draw.
Yeah, this has got me curious
It's
now.
okay.
Can you like? There's cat. And let's see if I can remember.
Okay, you don't need to rub it in by drawing a better cat in 3 seconds.
I just wanna try a thing.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're trying to what you're trying, Chris.
He's drawing an impossible cat.
I mean, he already drew an impossible cat because he drew a
Yeah,
cactus.
Oh.
Chris.
What? Don't worry about it.
We don't encourage cyberbullying on this channel. Please.
There we go. Yes. There we go. This is a nice little impossible cat. It's having a good time. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to stream. We're doing random character generations. We haven't done that for a bit, so we're gonna do that. We have a website up where we're gonna randomly generate each other prompts for characters, and then Durdles will occurdle. Yeah. Who would like to go first?
I will draw first.
Yay! Someone else said it. Who would like to
I
generate
will
first?
take the initiative.
Or who would you like to generate for you? Why don't we do that?
Well, I guess that whoever generates for me would either be drawing next or drawing last. So who wants to draw next?
I'll get mine out of the way early. I'll give a generation
Yeah.
and then draw next.
All right. So,
So yeah,
Lewis, on the character generation, there are sort of 3 categories.
Yes.
First is gender, which we usually just leave to random.
Random gender.
Type, we've got realistic, exotic, anime, and unique, which basically makes more and more strange possible outcomes, like weird hair colors and skin colors and whatnot, depending on how far down the list you go.
Very good. What would
Description,
you
we
like?
have simple and detailed. Simple is just a few descriptors detailed as many descriptors, some of which may or may not contradict each other, as we keep finding out.
It's a
Okay.
good time.
So,
Very long
the
straight
default
through
is
cut.
probably random, realistic, and simple. So why don't you just generate me a random, realistic, and simple description just to get
Right.
us started on something
It's given me
simple.
5. Would you like a specific number?
Ooh, yeah.
Roll a die. Or just
I
pick the
don't-
one that you think is the funniest.
Oh, good grief. Here we number 4. So do you want just me to read it out, or do you want the text in the chat so you can refer back to them?
Read
Both.
it
So
out
read it out
first.
first, and then just paste it into the chat.
A tall, obese, white-skinned man with ears that stick out. He wears dark eyeliner, foundation for an immaculate look, and black eyeshadow.
Ooh,
Oh.
fancy. We got ourselves a fancy giant here.
I shall put this description right under the demon granny.
Which, for those of you, anybody watching at home, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All it means white skin is stick out. You could. I don't know why my mind. I've got Pokemon on the brain. This feels like an Elite Four member. Don't know
I mean,
why.
could be.
I think you could design
Like,
it that way.
I could see going into the Elite Four and you just have this fabulous, fabulous large man.
I mean, yeah.
Well, wasn't there a new Pokemon today?
Uh,
It was a couple of days ago, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. I don't know. The
it,
Pokemans.
I know
Yeah,
it's been
that's.
out. I don't know how long it's been out, but I've seen some parts of it.
I don't know what day it came out, but it was sometime this last week.
Yeah,
And yes, that's the Pokemon Legends
Legends of
Arceus.
Arceus, one of the two.
RC cars.
RC cars.
I made one of those. It didn't work.
I had one of those monthly magazines or whatever it was, where you got a bit of it each installment. And obviously,
yeah.
I missed issue 22 out of 30, and so it just didn't work.
Ugh.
It's a very expensive, inoperable remote control car.
The issue with ours was we had a lot of it had been 3D printed, and they made the drivetrain, the main shaft that connected the motor to the wheel, and the casing for the drivetrain. They were made out of the same plastic. So when we tested it for the first time, you pull the trigger to make it go fast to see if it can move. But because it was moving so fast, the casing and the shaft sort of rubbed together.
Yeah.
And plastic on plastic, they melted and fused together.
Ooh.
So we
Whoops.
pulled the trigger the second time, and there was a resounding crack as every gear stripped itself instantly.
Lovely. And that is why they don't make actual cars out of plastic.
Well, you can make it out of plastic, you just can't make two bits that touch out of plastic.
And especially you can't do that if it's any spot where there's going to be heat involved. Because there are some parts of the car that are plastic or plasticine, but it's mostly in the interior portion, and portions of the bumpers will be made out of a plastic thing, basically because it's something where it's like, this needs to be something that we can easily pop off and replace, because it's something that once it's damaged, you don't want to use it again.
Sorry, the way you said that makes me think of a car made plasticine. And now I want a car that looks like Gromit.
Perfect. Damn it.
Well, Chris, you know your next project now.
A fully functional car that looks like Gromit.
You need to get it in. You need to get it done in time for the Wallace and Gromit game coming out in the future.
Yes, I heard about that. They're doing a lot of stuff. They're doing like 2 new films and a game, and they announced loads of stuff all at once.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm excited.
plasticine.
It's a lot of plasticine,
Well,
yeah.
Wallace and Gromit is one of those things where it's like, yes, we could easily add more to this and it would still be amazing.
It's simultaneously like absurd in many ways, but also strangely contained. Like it just feels like it's in its own little corner of the world, just doing its own little thing. But at the same time, there's no limit at all. It's just how absurd can we make this? The very first installment, they went to the moon and ate it because it was made of cheese,
We need madness.
and they found a coin-operated robot up there that looks like a fridge.
Mm.
I don't know.
And that robot's dream was to go skiing.
Yeah, it wants to go skiing. Because why? Because of
Yeah.
course it would.
I mean, it adheres to the rules of its own world pretty well. It's just that those rules are completely off the wall and bonkers.
Yes, that's what you got to do. You got to set down the rules. Doesn't matter how absurd those rules are. You then follow.
Yeah.
There's a Christie.
Yeah. Just gotta have like internal consistency is the phrase
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Hi, Christy.
There's a Christie. Hello.
Olay.
Ooh, got a pocket watch chain
Yeah.
or a
Sounds
coin.
similar.
Trying to
Needs a pocket watch chain.
Yeah.
trying
Nice.
to make their outfit immaculate. Got a fancy vest on.
I can confirm through my late adolescence to early 20s, I wore waistcoats for the pocket watch, and I did not look immaculate.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
don't believe that.
also that's a lot of like your body's still trying to figure out what the heck's going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you felt like you looked immaculate. It's just that you looked very silly on account of the fact that you were a teenager to early 20-somethings. And thus sort of a mess.
I'm still. I was gonna say sort of a mess. I'm still mostly mess. You know, so only in the last 5 months I've managed to work out why my face explodes into a massive red rash. So I don't have that anymore. My skin is smooth. That's a weird feeling. Gotta get used to it again.
Nice.
You know, still working out the kinks at almost 30.
Sounds right.
And now new kinks are joining in because I'm almost 30.
Oh, let's not talk about new kinks on the internet.
Oh, no, not this terms of service. Mostly mess club.
If we start worrying about terms of service now,
Yeah.
I mean, Garfield is already out there in the world, so
yeah, I mean,
We started with that. I think anybody coming in here with any expectations of anything purer than Garfield is in for a bad time.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the ears. Or the nose, depending on
that
which way they're looking.
feels really big, but also the ears stick out. So you know what? We're just gonna have the ears stick out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems right. You can do that.
Ears that stick out.
They do, in fact, stick out.
30 be scary when things are already messy. Yeah.
And now the question is, how am I going to do this eyeliner?
Carefully.
Let's see. Yeah, the
Preferably
nose.
not with a mouse, but we make do with what we have.
Yeah, I've got a tablet, but just because I have a tablet doesn't mean I
Do you
can
want-
draw well with it.
Lewis, do you want me to send you my old little tablet that you can just plug it in USB?
No, because then I have no excuse. So I am going to be a poor craftsman and blame my tools here.
That's absolutely. It's part of the digital art world. Is I just don't have the right brushes. This program,
I need a new tablet.
Yeah, exactly. You always need something new because it's always the tools and not you.
yeah.
Just stick to that. Always, no matter what you get.
I mean, saying that my tablet has a little protective screen that I stuck over it when I got it, and that now has 10 holes just in the middle, and it makes it a little bit difficult to see what's going on in the middle. It's fine though. Don't worry about it.
My tablet has like this. I don't even know what it is. It's just like the surface where I usually draw is a lot smoother than the rest of it.
I see.
Because I've
Mine's the other way around. I was drawing in the middle yesterday, and it was doing some stuff, and then I just went over to do something in the corner, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so smooth over here.
I mean, it's also just like my tablet is a solid black color, and then in the middle there's just this like gray spots of just where I usually draw, with just like pen streaks that scratched away the black surface.
Entropy.
I mean, I've had it for like, God,
Chris Celestial, who knows entropy is a close friend, confirmed.
7 years, I think. at
Friend
this
is
point.
it's a strong word.
Entropy.
Would it be more clear if I went, entropy, that bastard?
Look at this
Well,
man.
I mean, this is why screen protectors are a thing, but
I'm talking about screen protector.
they only do so much.
Yeah, one day I'll take a picture of my screen protector on my tablet and stick it in the Discord, and then Miss will yell at me.
And as long as the tablet is working, it's all good.
It's fine. There's a little bit clickety clackety as the pen rolls over the holes, but
Clickety clackety, that tablet's fucking wackety.
the cable also comes a little bit loose, and then the screen just turns to static, so I have to turn it off and on again. But other than that,
It happens.
I mean, I have an old laptop that I still use where every so often it'll just forget that the cord is plugged in. And the only way for it to remember that, oh, there's a power cord, is for me to turn off the entire laptop, pop out the battery, pop back in the battery, and then turn back on the laptop.
it's you know, quality of life things like that that make you appreciate technology. Got your new tablet and you haven't been able to get a cover or protective screen for it yet? Oh no.
And we've got things like phones where we just sort of bring them all over the place and then drop them on the floor.
Yeah.
And then the batteries start expanding and you go, oh no.
It's fine. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
The phone just turns off because it's run out of battery, and you're like, I'm pretty sure that was on 50% a minute ago. What? Got a new one because you smashed the last one. Oh no.
Also, Ragdoll, this could absolutely be a Pokemon character.
Yeah. I didn't quite have enough room to put in the like tallness, but
That's
my
why.
idea is that this is like a pencil skirt. And it's just kind of like you sit there and go, this is a very tall man in a pencil skirt and a fancy vest.
Well, that's why you didn't have room. They were so tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Also,
No,
I had to make the head big enough so that I could make it obvious that there's definitely some makeup going on in here.
Yeah.
Can't really draw in the foundation.
Yeah, I was going to say, make
but-
it really obvious that they're wearing foundation. Go.
Yeah, that's not going to happen with a red pen. You know what? We will make this a Pokemon trainer. Let's just put some Pokeballs.
Pokeballs.
One of the Pokeballs needs to be attached to the pocket watch chain.
That's if Pokemon hasn't done that already, that's absolutely something they would do. I'd be surprised if they hadn't already.
Feels like it ought to.
Yeah, there must be some like rich trainer or something.
We'll have it.
What is it now? They've revealed that it's not the Pokeball that makes the Pokemon smaller. It's apparently all Pokemon can shrink.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't fully understand that part.
That has the ring of like, oh, the wizards never needed to go to the toilet. They just magic away their poo. You know, it's like this is information no one really needed to know. We were
No,
fine.
but they needed to explain it because it's in the
Did they?
past, and now there's different Pokeballs, even though they still kind of look the same like normal Pokeballs.
I mean, the fun thing is, even before Legends, there was already precedence for sometimes Pokemon just sort of change their sizes. Because we've got the Gigantamax things where it's like the Pokemon isn't really any stronger, they haven't changed any, they just look big now.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
what it is?
I is that what it is? I thought they did become stronger, or that's
They get
Dynamax.
more
Wait, yeah, I
HP,
don't know.
I think. But like they don't intrinsically change and they don't get any heavier, they just look bigger.
They
But
don't
apparently
get
that's
any
just a weird
heavier?
illusion.
They just
What?
inflate, I guess.
Just carry around your like 200-meter tall like Togepi. The size of a fucking stadium, and you're just carrying it in your hands.
I do like the idea that like all Pokemon have inside them like a capsule similar to like a uh if you're gonna start a sentence, know how it ends, Chris. What's it called?
Oh,
Airbag. That's the one. You know, in a car when you crash and the airbag goes like that. Pokemon have like a thing in there and they just go
Yeah, they just inflate or deflate depending on what's needed.
yeah. Just rapidly. So if you fall over and you have a Pokeball on your waist with a Togepi in it, just goes stops you from hitting the ground.
Oh, I hope not. Otherwise, you just go flying.
Have you seen? I just recently watched a Zelda Breath of the Wild speedrun. And that involves just jumping on top of things while standing on a shield while a bomb goes off, and you go quite far
Oh.
up and a lot along. It's a good time. I imagine that happens.
Yeah, lots of bomb jumps and stasis flights where you use stasis to make something into essentially a small rocket.
Hmm.
Basically, the speed runs for Zelda Breath of the Wild just kind of go physics. What's that? We have no physics here.
To be fair, speedruns for most Zelda games do that. So
Well, that's because Isaac Newton hasn't invented gravity in that world yet.
exactly. Although I'm sure there
Yes.
probably is a Zelda version of Einstein or something in there.
and then Pocket.
I switched over to the stream just to get a look at some comments, and I looked at the title and I thought it was in German for about half a second. And
I
saw the
thought that.
Führer.
I thought that when I typed it. It's no.
Ein Stream für Dödling. I was like, Entschuldigung, bitte?
No, I didn't want "for" to be spelt correctly when everything else wasn't. So I typed it as "fur," and as I was typing, I was like, that looks German.
I mean, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not intended to be. Is it German? Like
I
fur
think
is a German word, but is what I have typed German? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely
I mean, what you have typed definitely isn't German.
No, the FUR, like I typed it as a misspelled "for," but it is spelt like a German word. But does that make it a German word just because it's spelt the same? I'm talking about this is a
I mean, it's
philosophical
not
argument.
even completely spelled the same because you're missing the umlaut, but
Oh, it
you
has an
know.
umlaut. Okay.
Phew.
I mean, to me, it just looks like Swedish chef text.
Stream to doodling.
For doodling and
Doodly-doodly.
bork, bork, bork.
All right. So
Okay,
here's
my
our
my
very large
Pokemon trainer.
Elite Four member.
my
Yes.
my brain just attempted, as it always does, to connect two previously unconnected things, and now I'm just imagining the Muppets as Pokemon trainers, and I really want to draw that.
Yes. I'm infecting everyone.
Awesome.
I finally caught a ghost in my ghost only playthrough. That's handy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it Shedinja or is it something else?
No, I got a Hone Edge called Caliburn. But I do have a Nincada, which I am leveling up through the EXP share. Because it's not a ghost, so I can't use it. So I have to very, very slowly level it up until it sheds its skin and I get a ghost and I kick out the other one. Poor thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, good luck with that.
His friend.
All right. Yes.
I was about to say, and this is what the original looks like. That's not a thing.
No, it's just this.
It's not how it
Yep.
works.
This is the original.
This is the original. Original and
And
best.
here's one I prepared earlier.
This is my website, I forgot to say.
Chris generated all of these previously, and then drew them.
Now, I also created an image generator to go alongside them that has like an NFT style image generation thing behind the scenes.
And then you'll actually be selling each image.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you also have a generator that like turns each drawing into a very ugly ape.
Is this when you announce Crispy Parsnips NFTs?
I thought that when I was
mean-
making the vegetables on screen. And
The fun thing is, like the ugly NFTs where you look at it, it's like these are all the same base with just like different little thing, like different little accessories on it. Those like making a thing where it's like, oh, we can make the same things with the same base with just different accessories on it. Those have existed for a long time. They're called doll makers.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But now people want to pay money for it for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. For some reason, they want to pay money for the ugliest doll maker in history.
I've said this before and I've said it again. I followed artists who went into the NFT world and somehow their art just got significantly worse. I don't know how this happens. NFTs just make things worse. It's
You get
weird.
exposed to it and they just go, ah!
I mean, I can tell you exactly why. It's because they're putting profit over having a well-made product, which is what happens a lot of the time in capitalism when you're interested mostly in making profit and not making something that's, useful. So artisanal skill gets thrown out the window for the fake dollar.
We've got to have money.
Have you? Oh, that's where I've been going wrong. Yeah. Who wants to go next? Well, I guess Lewis is going to go next. Who would you want to random from? That's a sentence.
Chibi hit me with a where's the generator? I'll take a random exotic simple character.
Exotic. Okay. Okay. Constantly gives you 5. Okay, good to know.
Oops.
Okay. Let's just do the second one. I'm not gonna read through all of them. A 5'1" tall, rosy-skinned man with a small nose, a round chin, angular eyebrows, and puffy cheeks.
Oh
He
my
seems out of place, has bad teeth, has spindly legs, a short neck, and large hands, and has dull red hair.
So if you can,
Okay,
yeah.
I've forgotten the first one already.
This is why we put it in Discord.
Yeah,
Oh, thank goodness.
because it's just like I hear all these things. I've forgotten literally every single thing you just told
There
me.
was a 5 in there somewhere.
5'1".
Like this feels like change red hair for black hair and small nose for long nose, and you've got the penguin, right?
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Is the penguin specifically 5'1"?
I don't know. I was always thinking of Danny DeVito, to be honest.
Give him some shoes.
Danny DeVito
Oh.
always gets brought up when we have around.
He's got clown feet now because I accidentally drew one shoe too large.
Yeah, it's not.
That's fair. He
I
could
mean, he
said
seems out of
nothing.
place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who knows? Maybe he is a clown.
maybe he just graduated from clown college and is ready to go into the real world.
He's contemplating
Ooh.
Clown University.
But
Spindly.
honestly, it's not fair if he'll fit in.
Yeah, thinking about having an internship.
Just make sure you don't have an internship with the illusionist. You might just disappear.
Yeah, it's always a real risk.
Spindly short legs.
Yeah,
I'm just constantly reading back. I'm panicking at all times.
oh, you're
What would-
doing it. Those are spindly short legs.
I'll Twitch didn't want you to chat. That's not fair. That's kind of its whole point. What would be the point of Twitch if no one could chat?
Let's give him a green shirt, because why not?
Yeah, green shirt.
Well, if you're going to have large hands, you need a really large chest to support it, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what they say? Large hands, large chest.
Yeah, that's exactly what they say about large hands, and only
Precisely.
that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Know what they say? Big hands, big gloves.
You know what they say about big hands? Sonic.
Okay.
He does have big hands. Who knows? Maybe if your hands are big enough, you don't have to worry about sticking your leg out as you bend down to do a golfer's carry
Yeah.
to pick up small objects from the floor.
This person's job
Mm.
is a golf ball collector.
Graduated from clown college and became a golf ball collector.
They juggle them as they go. So
They're a very entertaining caddy at the very least.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he didn't say spindly arms as well. Okay, well, fuck it. He's got spindly arms now.
if it doesn't say anything about the arms, you can do what you like.
My brain is
Yeah.
extrapolated.
That's all right.
Exactly.
My brain extrapolated as them having sort of a large torso and tiny legs for some reason.
Ooh, okay, we'll try and clean up that finger, shall we?
just one finger that was stung by a bee. It's fine.
It's
Yeah,
the more-
There we go. So he's only 5'1". So what's a really short thing that I can put next to him for comparison?
Golf.
I'll think of it later.
Bag
golf
of golf clubs.
Absolutely. That'll come later. Obviously, we need to finish the face first.
Yeah.
Rosy skinned. I've picked the complete wrong color. Hell.
It's okay. Just change it. He's wearing makeup now.
I mean, if he is a clown who's working as a golf caddy, you could give them rosy cheeks with the makeup, and also they would seem very out of place.
But instead, I'm just going to awfully retrace over everything.
That's also an option.
He's going to look extra out of place now.
Just kind of looks like he's like
man is bleeding.
vibrating into existence.
That man is bleeding from every surface on his body.
Oh no. That's why he's out of place.
Gosh,
Yeah.
he's so out of place.
Should have been in the hospital.
I mean, the fun thing is, if you've got it as one continuous line, you could always also just use the fill bucket to fill in the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Round chin. Oops.
They're looking over there now.
Let's rein that in a little bit.
I mean, it was round, to be fair, so.
Yeah. There is. I want to make this observation, but at the same time, it sounds rude, but it's not supposed to be because you're working with limitations. But there's something about the colors that you've chosen and the brush you're using that just really screams to me Zelda CDI games.
Heck yeah.
Bye bye.
Isn't that what we all strive to be?
And those characters would also be very out of place on a golf course.
What all true warriors strive to be.
Obviously, we've got his golf clubs here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just so
exactly.
Just so I can finish up with the black and replace it with a new color.
Yeah. It's just those hospital gloves they blew up. You blow into it and then tie an elastic band around, so you're just walking around with big inflated hands.
Mm.
Does that work? I have some in my room. I could try.
Fill it. Nice little gap tooth.
Those are some bad teeth.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
This man needs to see a dentist.
Amongst other things.
This man needs to see all kinds of medical professionals.
Doctors hate him because he really should visit his appointments.
Doctors hate him for this one reason. Good lord, he's seconds away from death.
Why is he on the golf course? He shouldn't be here.
It's very out of place.
Angry eyebrows. Small nose, right.
Yeah.
There we go.
What? Oh, I see.
Oh, just the one pixel.
It is that?
It said small nose.
Yeah, that is small.
Oh, the puffy cheeks. Oh, heck. There we go. And then
Beautiful.
quickly.
That's just the infection. Don't worry about it.
This man should not be on the golf course.
Oh, this is. Oh boy.
I love this. This is...
I mean, with how swelled up his hands are, it looks like also he's been like swatting bees or something.
No, that's all. That's also an infection that happened to my dad once. Got an infected thing and his hand swelled up. Oh, good. Was an infected bee.
I'm sure that's how a zombie film started somewhere. Bees.
Is my dad okay? He's fine. He had to spend the night in a hospital, but he's fine.
Small nose, round chin, angular eyebrows, definitely.
Oh god, those eyes.
Meh.
There's
dull red hair. Which
Oh goodness gracious me!
you need to give me his clown hair.
A dull red, eh?
You know, like a clown wig that hasn't like been washed recently.
Oh, you don't even need to tell me about wigs. Here we go.
it's less
There
vibrant.
we go.
It's so dull. It's less vibrant than the skin tone.
That's the infection. Don't worry about it.
This is the new Agent 47 disguise.
And you know, it would work.
Everybody is suspicious.
Everyone is alarmed.
It's just like, oh my god.
People
Not to a
But not for the
hospital.
reasons that they should be alarmed for.
People start taking you out as a mercy killing.
Of course,
You go on a mission in a hospital and you're just instantly hospitalized. Just immediately 5 doctors come to you like, "Are you okay?"
And then what's another golf club? I don't know.
I don't
Putter.
know.
Yeah, probably just go with a nice putter. The only putter I know is mini golf putters,
Basically,
which looks like a sausage on a stick.
yeah.
I mean, I think it's essentially the same putter because putters are supposed to be used for
But
you're moving the ball in a smaller area, a shorter distance, and that's all of mini golf for the most part.
oh.
What you mean? You're not supposed to whack it across the whole thing?
I mean, I guess you could, but you're likely to hit somebody, and they don't like that when you do that on the mini golf course.
You just
Yeah.
speedrun mini. You got to
And then
speedrun
just
mini golf. You start at the first hole and try and get it into the last one in one hit.
And then I croquet mallet at the end. So here we have a very short man, as obviously by the golf clubs. As we all know, golf clubs are at least 5'1" long.
As we all know.
Yeah.
I
With
mean,
his,
you could make me believe that. I don't
with
know
his
how 5
rosy skin, a small nose. I can't see because I zoomed out. Okay, I'll try 2 pixels. There we go. There we go. That's
Oh, one for
Ah.
each nostril.
That's excessive.
There we go.
Luxury to think of it. I actually can't see that nose because of the holes in my screen protector.
Right. Where was? Yes, the round chin, the puffy cheeks, the angular eyebrows. Obviously out of place because he's wearing a green t-shirt, which is just against golf, couture.
Yeah, exactly.
With bad teeth, spindly legs, a short neck, and large hands with dull red hair.
You can't wear green on a golf course. They'll think you're the grass.
Yeah, you just get hit. You just get hit by a ball.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry.
I love this.
You need to apologize to
much.
him for
I believe
bringing him
you
into
are
existence.
the only one who loves this.
Well, yeah, we got onto the nightmares early today, which is nice.
This is what I do. I bring the ruckus.
Yay! And we love that. We
Yeah.
love ruckus here.
We're here for ruckus.
Only ruckus.
Speaking of which, I will now generate one for Chib.
Yeah.
What would you like?
Give me a. Let's go one step further. Let's say anime. Type anime. And. Let's do. Simple. I'm okay with simple.
Can do.
I feel like simple gives you the most room to extrapolate from, and then with the detail that's like, right, how can I fit as many of these as possible? Because some of them do not make any sense.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go for this one, purely for the end.
Okay.
You have an overweight, bronze-skinned man with rosy cheeks, a rounded jaw, a narrow nose, and a lean face. He has faint freckles, has a 5 o'clock shadow, seems quick-tempered, and has a large burn mark on his left hand. He is sleeping. Do all of that while showing that he's sleeping.
What?
Off you go, quick-tempered in his sleep.
Why is there suddenly an action in there?
I don't know. One of the other ones was holding a snack for some reason. Is that what anime is?
You just turn the canvas and draw the character just lying down. Like this. Just lying on the ground.
Yeah. God, I don't even know how to start this. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to make him lie on the ground, I guess. I already forgot everything. I've read through it 3 times already, and I keep forgetting everything.
I do like from one of the other ones that I generated. I do like the juxtaposition of a short, bushy Fu Manchu mustache.
Okay.
So there is no way
Yeah.
you can make those things connect.
Round.
Only
Round
the
two.
finest barbers.
It's short, but it's Fu Manchu, and it's bushy,
It's bushy, but it's a Fu Manchu.
but it's
still
short.
bushy.
Just like just the legs like
Yeah,
dangling.
relax. Something's wrong with the spine, I think.
Don't worry about it. God.
What about this is anime?
I'm still figuring that out. Probably the burn mark on his left hand. He's fucking outside.
Probably.
I mean, as far as I can tell, it just means you have the possibility of more odd descriptions, not that
Yeah.
there will be.
If I just erase that, that was silly. What were you thinking?
We're not here for silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodness gracious, we don't want any of this silly business here.
No, stop
Exactly.
that! Stop that! It's far too silly.
It's like with previous Top Gear, where they're like, we must be educational.
You're just making him curl up like a cat, because
Too
that's
entertaining.
clearly the only option here.
Can't be entertaining, we have to be educational.
Why is there no good gif of Monty Python? No, that's far too silly. It's the closest thing they had to a running joke.
It's far too
Rosy
silly.
cheeks, rounded jaw, narrow nose, and lean face.
Which I guess is the fastest thing
Tiny
they.
freckles, 5 o'clock shadow. Seems quick. Also, seems quick tempered and is sleeping.
Yeah.
Uh, hold on. Okay. We'll give him a face, first of all. There. He's really scrunched up.
Just shove it in there.
Yeah,
Make him
exactly.
look really angry while he's sleeping.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, just like, meh.
This is having an angry dream. Shh, he's having the angry dream.
was was this a rosy cheeks? Alright. Uh, n- narrow nose is pretty anime because that's the only nose they have. Uh,
Am I going to regret going to Google and typing in weird anime nose? I think I might.
Possibly.
This is why we invented Sage.
Yes, good point. There's a lot of nosebleed things. Anime likes its
Right.
nosebleeds. No, yeah, you're right. That's just a picture of an anime character with Nigel Thornberry's face superimposed. That's not useful.
That is a weird nose.
That caught me off guard. Eliza.
I mean, to be fair though, that was a meme for a while, taking random things and then just making it, oh, suddenly it's the Nigel Thornberry face on the character. Some good old absurdist humor.
Nothing about his hair, does it? No. Just has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I just typed in Thornbury into the GIF search, and there's a lot of good stuff in there.
It was a good joke.
If you hear me just like chortling to myself quietly, it's because I too have started looking through GIF. Smashing.
It's a very peculiar style that show had.
And they're like, wasn't there like an ape child or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's going on with that.
There was. It's been a hot minute, but if I remember correctly, yeah, there was. So the premise is that I don't remember if it was one of the parents or both of the parents, but basically the whole family moved to the jungle because the parents are studying things, sort of generic biology field of study, and they just took their whole family with them. And yeah, while there, they found a child that had just ended up being lost and or abandoned. I don't remember the entire details of it. I want to say there was some storyline involving it, but yeah, he just been there, raised by the wilds, and it's like, okay, well, I guess this is our son now.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, fair.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Those poor adoptive hyena parents.
I think it was monkeys, but
Was it monkeys? Oh. I deliberately avoided monkeys to avoid the cliche.
no,
No,
I think they went cliche.
let's go something different. Let's mix it up. Hyenas. Why not?
That would be cooler.
Be funnier.
Just a hyena.
You'd have a very good
fight.
laugh.
This is very cute.
I don't know what I'm doing with
He's having
this.
a slap.
He's just asleep.
It sounds very weird, but I kind of expect a purring noise to be.
It does kind of. I mean, he is kind of like scrunched up like a cat.
Nah, he's
Um,
just got some snoring issues.
His snoring sounds like purring. Which is weird because my cat's snoring sounds nothing like purring. Ooh.
kind of this is, but that's the shape that came out, so I'm going with that.
It's an anime burn.
Exactly. You don't need to know what caused it. It looks cool.
His 2 initials burned into the back of his hand. It's fine.
um. uh, Probably ought to wear some clothes of some kind.
Look at him go. Look at him not go.
Yeah, I think you covered all the bases.
Please
I mean, I
tell
know
me if
that's
I
supposed to
missed
be like
something.
a burn mark, but it looks sort of like a really weird tattoo.
What is a tattoo but a burn without the fire and with ink?
It's supposed to be anime, so
Most defining traits of it. It's still a tattoo.
Yeah.
uh,
The ink is just the heat.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
you just got inked with heat.
You just got inked.
Which is the much less successful follow up to what was it? What was the prank show?
The Prank Patrol.
No, the one that was like the one word you just got blank. Punked.
Wouldn't know. Don't really watch a lot of those.
Oh no, this was ages ago. I think it was like
Oh,
on MD.
punked. Yeah, it would just be
Punked.
like punk apostrophe D, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you got punked. But it's that but inked, and you get a joke tattoo, and nobody was happy about it. It didn't go down well.
Aww. The heart boxers.
Yeah. Does anyone actually own heart boxes? I feel like they should.
I know at least one person who does. For the joke.
Yeah.
So there's a nature educator that I follow. And basically it's one of those things of like, hey, when you're dealing with elementary school and middle school campers going to camp stuff, one of the things they think is funny is to pants someone. And basically it's like, oh, if they think they've made you into a joke, it's hard to keep them in line. So they have a tendency to they've got a couple pairs of these funny looking boxers with the hearts on them and have them on underneath their pants, because basically at that point it makes it look like they're in on the joke, and then everyone's like, oh, cool, fun counselor is in on the joke, and it's easier to keep them in line that way.
Yeah. Never let them think they've won.
Anyway, this is him, I think.
This is the man
This is the man. He is sleeping,
having an aggressive slap.
having an aggressive slap. All scrunched up like a cat and probably purring.
My brain is trying to come up with
Possibly
a pun, and it
snoring.
doesn't have anything.
Hard to tell.
Nope, I'm going to give up on that pun. Moving on. There's something there. I just don't know what it is.
Mm. I don't even know what you're trying to do, so it's all good.
It's dumb. I'm trying to do something that's not worthwhile that would take too long and doesn't work anyway. So, which, I mean, to be fair, is basically my career trajectory. But
Nice.
yeah, right. Ragdoll, I guess. You get to give me a thing. I would
So
like.
what sort of description do you want?
I have forgotten the options. Do you know what? Let's do the same. Let's do random anime simple.
All right. Let's
See
see.
if you get a more anime character. 'Cause I still don't feel like my description was that anime. That's
Yeah, it
just-
happens. Maybe they're just the side character, not the main character.
yeah. It's just a very round, normal person. Also, Chris, I saw that.
You saw nothing.
Okay. A statuesque, tan-skinned man with ears that stick out. He has numerous piercings, has lanky, dark yellow hair, has crossed eyes, and has a distinctive welt on his left leg. He is bleeding.
He's bleeding. Yeah. Just
okay.
as, casual aside, he's bleeding.
Is it? I can't remember what saint it is. But there is typically a saint who is depicted as having been struck by an arrow. And I've seen statues of that with just arrows sticking out the chest.
Saint Dick Cheney.
Anyway, that's what the bleeding is. Is that statue?
Well, the first one that came up was Saint Sebastian.
That might be it.
There is
He
like
was
a
initially tied to a
thing.
post or tree and shot with arrows, though this did not kill
Yeah.
him.
I remember when you said that name, I immediately had a horrible flashback to my art history class where we saw a painting of Saint Sebastian um being hung to a cross and shot with several arrows and everything.
What does lank hair mean?
Uh,
So I think okay, so you know how hair sort of has an idea of volume? Some people's hair is sort of puffs up more and others don't. Lank, I think, is the one where it's just like it doesn't really have any body to it. It just sort of
Yeah, it's just
flops
fucking
down.
black. If you just say it enough times, it'll probably make sense to someone.
How do body work?
body do lump.
It's got a welt. Also, what's a welt?
It's like
Oh.
when you've been struck by something, it leaves a welt behind.
Oh, like a bruisey sort of lumpy thing.
Kind of, yeah. Like it might
Mm.
bleed a little bit.
A red raised mark or scar. A wheel.
A wheel?
WEAL. A wheel. So you can also go with the first definition that came up. A leather rim sewn around the edge of a shoe, upper to which the sole is attached.
I will go with that. He's got a shoe on his leg.
Yeah, he has shoes. Great.
He's just got shoes tied onto his legs, not on his
Yeah.
feet, tied onto his legs.
That's where he thought the arrow would hit, but he was wrong. It's statuesque. I automatically went muscly.
I mean, that's fair. It's a fair assumption to make.
So if they're a statuesque, would you say they've got a chiseled jawline?
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's entirely fair.
One day I'll learn how anatomy works. I keep saying that as if that's something that's not in my control.
Anatomy is overrated.
Make it up as you go along. Biology does it all the time.
Yeah.
Biology
There
has an
are-
excuse. It's not sentient.
There are many things in nature where you look at them and go, if I tried to draw something like this, people would tell me I was wrong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Miss was talking about the other day. She drawing people rollerblading. It's like feet don't do that. Looking at
And yet-
references, it's like if I were to draw that, people would say it was wrong.
Yeah. Especially at like weird angles.
What is
Then
this?
it just
Feet
gets
don't
wild.
rollerblade?
Oh.
I missed what Miss showed. What was this? Feet don't work in rollerblading?
Oh no, it's just the weird things that happen to your feet when you're rollerblading. They just look like the foot's broken, and if you were to draw that, people would go, "That doesn't look right."
That
Like,
looks like the
doesn't-
foot is broken.
I think what I said is that it's surprising what you can get away with in photography compared to art. So people just know, oh, it's a photograph, of course it's real. Whereas in art, it's
Yeah.
like, no, that doesn't look right. Okay, so let's do doodle. What was it about the face? Nothing really. Numerous piercings. And crossed eyes. So go for a pseudo
Yeah.
Thornbury look here.
And I mean, you've got other sorts of things like the. Hold on, let me see if I can find a good picture of it.
He's
Here's
got a
one.
big schnoz.
It can't be so big that it hides the crossed eyes, to be fair.
So here is another example of things that are real, where if you try to draw it, people would think that you're bad at drawing deer.
Nee.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a dick? No.
No,
Can't remember what it is.
they are
I
tiny.
think this one is a Grinyuk. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that.
Also, when the description was given, I forgot like English for a moment and couldn't remember what crossed eyes meant, so I thought he just had cross for eyes, like little crosses.
You can do that.
He had
That's-
died.
This is the
I mean,
consequences
to
of
be
being struck by the
fair,
arrow, you know?
to be fair, it is you do see in anime sort of the trope of, oh, we have this magical this magical character and their eyes have pupils that are like
Kind
Yeah.
of just typically means they're dead when they've got crosses for eyes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. A little star in their eyes, yeah.
they got eyes that look like that.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about like weird things in eyes recently when we talked to Oops and I at least. When we mentioned Code Geass, where one the main character just has this weird thing in his eye.
I can't look at this face for 2 extended periods of time.
What? What's wrong with it?
It's a very funny face, I have to
It's
say.
very much like, elves are supposed to be these ancient wise creatures.
Yes.
And then there's this guy. He's just like,
It's definitely that vibe. Like, this is an elf for sure. Just not the smartest among them.
well.
Hey,
I
Kiro!
mean,
Anytime you ask him
Oh.
a question, he just goes, well. Oh.
so the fun thing is Chibi. Lelouch's eyeball is not even the weirdest that you get.
No.
Don't know how many of you are familiar with Black Butler,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's
I
got a
definitely.
demon summoning circle on his eyeball.
What's
Yeah.
he doing? Now
You
I'm just
know.
now I'm just
Have fun.
imagining the butler from Fresh Prince with a pentagram in his eye. I remember his name. What was his name?
Was it Jeffries?
I want to say something like that, isn't it?
It's like, these new sponge cakes are delicious. That's a dish sponge, sir. Jeffrey Butler. Yeah, his surname is Butler.
Of course. Good old 90s sitcom humor.
Subtlety is overrated.
It's Will Smith. There's no subtlety. It's fine.
Yeah. Never go subtle.
I was watching a really old episode of Doctor Who, and the butler from Fresh Prince turned up, and I'm like, this is jarring.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of things that Fresh Prince was not subtle about, and still some people miss the fact that, hey, we're making social commentary here
Yeah.
in our comedy.
No, it's just a fun, jaunty time. Don't worry about it. It's the 90s. What is there to worry about? Everything's going to be
No one
good
had-
forever.
Nothing.
No one had any troubles in the 90s.
No.
No.
Yeah, especially not young black men from inner city areas.
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know where you'd get that from.
Honestly, I already said crack is whack. I don't see what else needs to happen.
Although I do think still my favorite comedy, like actual joke line from the show is, and I don't even remember the entire context of this because this was in the 90s and this was ages ago. Some of the character, like they're making the line like, "Oh yeah, we're rich," like celebratory, and then Will Smith's character sitting on the couch going, "Yeah, we're so rich. If we're so rich, how come we don't have a ceiling?" And then the camera pans up, and you can see the top of the set with the lights and whatnot.
So rich, why
And-
can't we afford no ceiling?
and it's just the funniest fourth wall break.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm spending far too long drawing this person.
I mean, it's a person.
This statue?
Who commissioned this?
Statuesque, at least. I mean, it might just be a statue. Someone was just futzing around and was like, "Well, I got to make something." So
Someone,
I mean,
someone was commissioned to make a statue, and just as they got to the face, the commission was cancelled. And they were like, "Well, might as well have fun."
some people like commission statues to like make fun of their enemies. So, you know, maybe it's one of those cases.
Maybe.
Even though they did give him like muscles and like chiseled abs and everything, but you know.
well, I mean, the abs would have been chiseled anyway on account of the fact that it's a statue.
Ah.
Ah.
Ho-ho.
I forgot there's
And
a
then
shoe
stuck
tied to
some
his
arrows
leg.
in it.
Why did I do that? Aha, funny joke. Now you got to draw a shoe.
You could have just drawn a welt.
I mean, at least you don't have to worry about putting a foot in it.
I mean, that's kind of worse. Because now I can't visualize a foot to make the shoe make sense. I mean, I can visualize a foot, but that's disturbing. Brain, now is not the time to get a moray stuck in your head.
That's a bore.
It's specifically Neil Ciceriga's version, which sounds like you're drunk. Actually, they wouldn't be tied there, would it? Sorry, I've got to make this make sense, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. Because, you know, the rest of it clearly makes sense. We've all been
Yeah.
drawing things that make sense. All of the
Mhm.
descriptions we've gotten have made sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
The good old internal consistency.
Yeah, we set down our own chaotic rules. So long as we adhere to them, it's fine. Have I missed?
Now you have to draw feet.
Now I have to draw feet. Do I, though?
I mean, you don't.
I could, I could...
You could just make them flippers.
You can't stop me. No, I'm gonna draw feet.
Or just like, you know, give them like fluffy slippers or...
I do that far too many times to justify doing it again. That is my go-to.
It's like, don't tempt me. I'll do it. I'll draw a fluffy slipper. I don't even need to.
I've drawn so many fluffy slippers and they always have ears.
You have to. You legally
Well, if you've only got
have
one, it's not
to-
going to work, is it?
I mean, yeah. Also, just fluffy slippers with ears and animal faces are the best.
I don't even own a pair of slippers.
I mean, no, but you know, they are the best.
Just zoomed out and saw the face again. Did I miss anything?
I don't think you did.
I feel like I should exacerbate the bleeding.
That you ask. Yeah, tan-skinned man with ears that stick out. Yeah, he is an elf. Numerous piercings, lank, dark yellow hair. Yeah.
I mean,
Crossed
technically,
eyes,
he
yeah.
does have 2 big piercings in his rib.
Yeah?
Also
Piercing-
that.
Piercings tend to come out the other side, though.
I mean, they don't have to.
Do they not?
He's been pierced.
I mean, like, technically, if you, like, have, like, a, like, like, what what are they called? The snake bites or just any lip piercing? Kind of going on the inside of your body.
Well, but it
Just
does come
because
through
it's
the other
near a
side
hole.
of. But it does come through the other side so that you can clamp it in. Hi, Plamps. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, but like it is on the inside of your body.
Uh, yeah, but it's not like in the body. If that,
I mean,
so,
it is.
but it's.
It's the inside of your mouth, not the inside of your body.
I don't like this conversation.
I've decided no.
Chris has decided that the inside of your mouth is no longer the inside of your body.
I've decided that this is not a conversation I'm going to participate in.
Yep, Plamps is also right. Dermal piercings.
A
Does
dermal piercing,
piercing-
also known as a microdermal piercing or a single point piercing, is a piercing that lies on any flat surface of the body and is held in place with a dermal anchor that is installed underneath the skin. Thank you very much.
Isn't that the plot of Hellraiser?
I also
Yeah.
hate it, but that's
Also hates it.
like I don't hate anyone having it. I hate having to read it.
You made me look at this. Awful.
you do what you want with your body. I'm not going to judge, but
But also, I am gonna judge.
I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to judge the sentence. That sentence. Don't like. Also, why am I still drawing this? I need to end.
I mean, you could have stopped like 10 minutes ago.
I could have. But no, I wanted to suffer. Right, cool, that's done.
You
Why are
went
all
to
the toes
shade
the
and as a
same
result,
size?
We got a conversation about piercings.
All the toes are equidistant and the same size. I don't like it. Go away. Alright, it's gone. Looking up dermals, you have to see an engagement ring piercing with a portion of the ring went under the skin of the finger.
Oh no.
God.
And it was Y-shaped, as if to say, why?
Ban that pineapple. Ban them.
Yeah, no, I don't like the idea of that.
No. Yeah, why? Well, there we are. How do you move on from that? Ragdoll!
End of stream. Done. No
End
more.
of stream. I guess we will go in reverse order now. So, I do a prompt for Ragdoll?
Works for
think
me.
so.
It works? Okay, what do you want?
Let's go with anime again. And keep it simple.
Keep it simple. What have we got?
Oh no.
Laughs are
I'm-
always a good indicator.
I'm not giving you this one. I just like it how succinct it is. A 5'7" tall, white-skinned woman with puffy lips and small ears. She has bad breath. That's it. That's all you got. No, I'm gonna go for this. An underweight, pink-skinned person with no eyebrows. They seem snooty, have a port wine stain on their right thigh. Apparently. Have multiple tattoos on their lower back, torso, upper back, and left arm. And have a medium-length, perfectly shaped braided beard.
Interesting. I'm trying to visualize this person, and it's pretty wild. Also,
I mean, what is this? Some weird Nordic pirate going on here?
Okay, Plams. Point number 1, Saint Sebastian was correct. So you got that bit. Point number 2, increasingly sexy. Are people sexualizing Saint Sebastian?
I mean, I've looked up paintings of Saint Sebastian because I was trying to find one that I learned about in school, and I gotta say,
Just
Plums
you
is
I
not
mean-
wrong.
if you look at a lot of art around that time, it's just really horny.
This
There's
link will
just a
take you
lot
here,
of
right?
really horny art that got commissioned by the church.
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
I appreciate when I clicked on the link that Discord said, "Are you sure you want to go here?" I
And you
do
went, no,
appreciate
but
it.
let's click it anyway.
Yeah, they really. I mean, it's also just in general because of like art styles changing. But like, yeah, because it went from medieval to like very high class Renaissance art with the perfect ideal male body. But you know, yeah, Bams is not wrong about this.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was gonna say regrettably, no, fortunately, can't show this on stream, but
No, you meant regrettably.
I do. I've never noticed it before, but now that they've pointed out the like more naked than naked, just a cloth draped over the genitals thing, I have seen that quite a few times now that that they mention it. So it could be naked, but no, it's more naked because they're not wearing the cloth. It's just there, just happens to be there.
Yeah. You can't have your saints be clothed for some reason.
It's a good. The article is titled "The Martyrdom of Saint Sebastian in Ascending Order of Sexiness and Descending Order of Actual Martyring." And it's true. Like I have already gotten to a painting that has no arrows, so which is interesting.
I mean, yeah, there is just this guy has who's holding arrows, but like they're not in his body, so I don't think he's like suffering or anything.
No, I got in this one. I see no arrows at all. This is just the painter wanted to paint a beautiful boy, so he did. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's what's
I
going on.
mean, maybe it's like all of the. So one of the things that sort of came up in one of the.
That's the one.
It wasn't
perhaps.
exactly art history, but we ended up talking about some art history in it. Apparently, there were some certain during some certain time frames, you'd have artists who are like, right, I'm practicing my still life pieces. Paint and stuff is expensive. I need to sell my still life pieces. Let me make up some, interesting story behind the still life piece and like meaning behind it and sell it off to some rich dude. To me, some of these things feel like that someone was doing some anatomy practice, like wanted to do anatomy practice, but also needed to sell it. So they went, "Hey, church, I'll paint you a picture of Saint Sebastian. That's definitely why I'm making this piece. I'm definitely not practicing my
Yeah.
ability to draw human muscles."
And then they wrote themselves a note saying "add arrow" and completely forgot about the note.
And
They were
then
just
they, painted the face of their like secret lover on there. Because why not?
That's very silly. He is checking out his own arrow wound that is depraved, and I love it. This is the captions on this. Now he's holding the arrows himself and making calf eyes at God.
Yeah.
See also questions I have asked during the only episode of Doctor Who I have ever seen until my friend said, "Okay, Mallory, why don't you write your own questions down and ask them all after we're done watching?" That is a good name for an article. Also, a reasonable response to watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, a lot of Doctor Who is just you sitting there going, "What the heck is going on?" And then a few episodes later going, "Well, it doesn't matter what's going on.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
cares what's going on,
always
including the writers."
the words written by Chris Chibnall, and you go, oh.
Never mind. One day I will actually go back and watch those series.
Chibbers!
Give me a video for work. Have a good work. As good as it can be, anyway.
Business, business, business.
So what kind of tattoos should this person have?
A smaller tattoo of themselves in the middle of their abs pulling this pose.
Because what I was thinking, because a lot of the tattoos are sort of on the back, because they got lower back, upper back, and left arm.
Yeah. So if you have
See
like,
what-
if you have the tattoo of themselves, right, but it's like laying down, or like around the hip, so that they're sort of their legs are on the lower back and their front is on the lower front. It's upper back, isn't it? Oh, they are standing up. Okay, in that case, lower back, torso. You can make that work if you have the tattoo of the person, right, and then you have like a tiny tattoo of their hands on your left arm, in such a way that if you were to use your left arm to lift up your shirt, it looks like the tattoo is lifting up the shirt. You can make that work.
And does the tattoo have a tattoo of the tattoo of the tattoo?
Yes,
of the
yeah. Which is lifting up the
just
shirt
got
of the
fractal
tattoo.
tattoos going down.
Yeah, I reckon you could do that. Don't, but I reckon you can.
This is added to the many list of things that you could, but should not. Right alongside with bring dinosaurs back.
Yeah. Now they've again they keep forgetting the list.
I know.
It's been written down, guys.
What is it? It's in The Simpsons. The bus driver, don't make me tap the sign.
Do not bring dinosaurs back.
I mean, to be fair, dinosaurs haven't really left.
We just stopped calling them dinosaurs, and I think that's a shame. They should sue for libel.
Yeah, but they've got bird brains, so it's a little hard to do that.
They had bird brains back then.
Yeah, I don't think they, know what law is. So
I don't think they care what law is.
yeah, that too.
I'm a fucking dinosaur. I don't give a shit.
Have you ever met a bird that cared about the law? I haven't.
Aviary
No.
attorney.
Except for the ones that don't fly away from London Tower, because then apparently the Empire will fall.
Sparrowson.
I mean, I've been to the Tower of London, and those birds were in a box. So I think it's less that they care about the law and more that the law
Make an
is being
excellent point.
imposed on them.
Yeah. They're not allowed to fly. Also, I like the idea, if they fly away, the Empire will fall. To which we respond, what Empire? You can let them go now.
They're just birds now. There's no longer an empire.
Oh, we're going to lose Gibraltar. Like...
Oh god, not Gibraltar.
The Isle of Jersey gets independence.
But no, you need to keep your birds because you still think you have an empire.
Hey, look, if we didn't keep doing that, we wouldn't have had some cool crow Pokemon in the last generation.
Quite you.
I mean, I've got no issue with historical landmarks keeping relevant animals around as part of historical intricacy type things. So being like, hey, we keep some birds here for this, that, or the other reasons. Like we've got a couple of areas here where it's like, hey, there's a herd of bison that live on the area. No, you may not go play with the bison. They are very large and have tendency to stampede, but they're there. You can see them. Take pictures of them from a safe distance.
Look at the birds. They are there.
Yes, you did fly
But,
to Britain
yeah.
to see these.
And anyone who takes that too seriously, it's like,
Stop.
I have
Stop that
questions.
now.
Thing is, of all the things you could have locked up in the Tower of London, that, releasing would cause problems. I seem to remember that the Cray twins were once locked up there. I think that's probably more important, right? That reference only really works if you know who the Cray twins are, and I may very well not have travelled overseas, that concept.
I
Filmed it, I think.
Yeah, the film.
we're,
The Cray...
we're at the time where I don't know what you're talking about. You're just being British.
Fucking
That's fair,
rolling,
yeah.
kid.
So the Cray twins were gangsters, basically. They ran The Firm, I believe was the name of their gang.
Just the firm.
The Firm. Was it The Firm? The Business? Something like that. It was an oddly bland name, but also kind of cool. And in a weird way, they've been kind of sort of celebrityized, despite the
Same
fact
with
that...
kind of Charles Bronson.
That doesn't surprise me. We did a similar thing with mobsters over here in the United States, where after a while it's like,
Yeah.
oh, fighting the man, and it's like, yeah, and killing a whole bunch of people while doing so.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought for some reason I thought you meant Piers Brosnan, and I'm like, what's he done? Piers Brosnan's fine, right?
Yeah, Charles Bronson. So.
Charles Bronson, yeah. No.
Also played by Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy has a type of character he plays. But yeah, there was a film, because they're the Cray twins, they were identical twins. Tom Hardy played both of them in the film. Oh, that does give me a chance to talk about my favourite film poster of all time, though. Do you know about this? I'm going to see if I can find it. I can't even remember, what was that film called? I'm just going to type in Tom Hardy, Cray twins. Legend, it was called. Which is a terrible name for a film.
Because it's so generic.
Exactly.
No one's going to be able to find it. No one's going to be able to remember that name.
Oh, is that the one where they someone gave it like a 3-star, but they put the
Yes.
review behind someone's head?
Yes. So there were a couple of outlets that gave it like 2-star reviews or 3-star. Ah, here it is. Here it is. And they decided to format the poster in such a way that the 2-star review looks like a 4-star review going behind their heads. And it is just the best. Because it's like, oh, look at the format. Oh, it looks... And they're right in the middle, The Guardian. That's a 2-star review. That is so well done. I absolutely love that. It's the best thing about the film.
I do enjoy that film just for random beats in it that I just find very funny. I think there's one where a gangster comes in to invite him to peace talks or something and starts insulting one of them, and he just ignores him and goes, "Big Charlie, could I have another egg, please? I appear to have eaten all of mine."
They were weird. Cray twins were weird.
Well, I mean, there are definitely movies that sort of lean into that, but the fact that they hide that is pretty funny, yeah. Or that being critics that don't like the movie. Because there was... God, what was it? There was a movie that was released sometime at the end of last year, where basically all of the reviews were just kind of like, oh, it's gratuitous, yada, 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 yada. And then with the advertisements for it just sort of leaned into that and went, you're welcome.
That's fair.
And yes, from the looks of things with the movie, it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's like a campy spy action movie where it's like, yeah, don't take this seriously.
Austin Powers?
No, not Austin Power. I don't remember what it was called. I'd have to look it up. I'll look it up when I'm done drawing. Which I think I'm actually pretty close to being done. Hold on, let me scroll up and look at the description again. Oh wait, port. port wine stain.
I don't know why it's hyphenated.
Oh. They wanted to get more words in there. They were like, if we put a hyphen, we get double the payment.
Or would it count that as one word? If it's hyphenated, is it one word or two?
Stain on their thigh.
Big Charlie, could I have another word, please? I seem to have finished this one.
Of another port.
And it's hard to tell because I pushed it to the front of them so I didn't have it obstructing the tattoos that I poorly made on the back, but basically the idea is they have a braided beard and braided hair.
It matches.
Oh,
Just all the
wonderful.
braids.
All braids. Oops, all braids.
Oops,
And-
afraid.
You assure us it is perfectly shaped.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, obviously. Can't you tell?
We don't know what
My
that shape
sketchy
is.
drawing. Yeah, perfectly shaped. We don't know what
Yes.
shape, but
braid-
it is a shape.
It's braided
Whatever
into
shape
it.
it is, perfect.
It's a dodecahedron. How did you do that?
Mind your own
That would be a
business.
very
It's perfect.
You just put a hyphenated word into a blank Google document and the word count is 1. Well, Google says
Right.
hyphenated words are 1.
Huh.
I appreciate the empiricism, Kira. Yeah.
Whatever
okay.
works.
Next up, Lewis.
Oh, hell's bells.
Who's doing the who?
No
I
one's-
think I am.
very
Yeah.
much. TOS.
What?
All right, Lewis, what do you want?
Random. I'll go for random exotic simple again.
All right.
As I am only little and can only handle so much.
A tall, lightly built, fair skinned woman with a square face. She has a small mole on her back, wears subtle blush, has a bad stance, and seems aggressive. She is carrying a walking stick, which she will probably be hitting you with,
Yeah.
seeing as she seems aggressive.
She's carrying it. She's not using it, she's carrying it.
Yeah.
She's not using it yet.
She will use it on your head to bonk you.
Yeah.
Okay, square face.
Yeah.
Sign up for Squareface now. It's free web hosting.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, are those lines
And seems
equilateral? And are those angles 90-degree angles? No.
seems angry. Okay.
It's you. That's not you. You're not aggressive.
He
You're
seems
lovely.
very angry.
Eh.
Sorry, aggressive, but is carrying a walking stick. Oh, okay.
This is a universal symbol for if Mario hits this, nothing will come out.
If Mario hits this, this will hit back.
It's a thwimp.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Right, let's get rough. Tall, lightly built. Does that just mean like thin?
Probably.
No, luminescent.
The body is just a light bulb.
Yeah. Built from lamps.
Oh dear. So then you have shoulders. No, that's not lightly built. Those are giant shoulders. Jesus. Let's make that neck a little shorter.
You just put a lamp in there. It'll be fine.
And then torso. Actual torso. You got to put in a decoy torso to kind of distract.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Operation Mincemeat. If you can't draw a fake torso,
Why was that the parallel you pulled?
I think my mum was talking about the film earlier today, and I was just been.
It's a
thinking
film?
about it. They made it a film recently. Yeah.
How'd you make a film out of that?
I don't know, but it had very dramatic music from the trailer, if I remember correctly. Oh, bad stance. Oh, well, we've got to. Oh, Jesus.
Just the worst posture.
How do you draw bad? Oh, hell. I don't.
I mean, it
Ugh.
just says bad stance. It doesn't mean like bad posture. Just, she's bad at standing.
Has a bad stance. Oh, okay. Is that why she has the walking stick?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, other than to whack people with, probably.
Sorry, I'm reading the description of this film on IMDb.
I don't know what film you're talking about.
I'll just give you the description and then I'll say what actually happens. In the context of World War II narratives, the story of Operation Mincemeat is unique, a bizarre and seductive cinematic blend of high-level espionage and ingenious fiction, where the stakes could hardly be higher. Michelle Ashford's script fuses multiple strands and moods: tense, romantic, thrilling, unexpected, funny, and endlessly surprising. The film is about throwing a corpse into the sea with fake documents in it.
They take a dead homeless guy and dress him up.
Yeah, they dress him up as an officer and put like fake documents in a briefcase, and then it washes up on the German occupied territory, and they think, we have found these important documents. That's what it's about.
Okay.
It's like, how do you make a film out of that? I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's
I am more interested in that. What
romantic.
That doesn't sound
seductive.
seductive at all, unless you're like necrophiliac.
I'm sure there's like there's character relationships and stuff, but it's just weird that was the thing you went with. It's about throwing a dead body into the sea. That's what it is. Operation Mincemeat.
Romantic and seductive.
Like they called it mincemeat. This is not romantic.
I think our military operations all named funky anyway.
Yeah. They're all a bit
like Bloody Arrow.
Are you telling me you're not turned on by the name minced meat for an operation?
Turned on by mincemeat.
Part of the reason for the weird names is mainly so that if people learn the names, they don't learn anything about the actual operation. So, like, the name has nothing to do with it.
Operation Invade Normandy might give it away.
Yeah, just a little bit.
This person's very bad at standing. They haven't figured it out yet.
They're very good at gymnastics, though.
Oh, jeez. I'm so bad at all of
There
this.
was
hell. How do I... Can we go back to playing video games? I was good at that.
Maybe next week.
It'll have to be a sleeveless top to kind of show off some of the back, I guess, to get the mole in. I don't. I can't. I just don't. I'm so bad at this. I should have just said I didn't have time and disappeared.
You're doing great.
Oh boy. I gotta go, guys.
Still an option. Just say Chris can finish your drawing and then leave.
Is that a phone call? Oh no, so jeez.
Gotta do some business.
Yep.
Business.
We're gonna do business with love. Oh, the shit. Oh, Jesus. How do we show someone's anger?
I like how this stance is so bad, they're just denying the laws of physics.
It's that bad.
Just sort of floating there.
This is like the Ministry of Silly Walks, but the Ministry of Bad Standing.
That's how aggressive they are.
Coincidentally, the same ministry.
Yeah. It's a subsidiary branch, but they're under the same jurisdiction.
There you go. They're very aggressive.
Yay! When in doubt, middle finger.
When in doubt, just fucking flip them off.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently this film hasn't come out yet, but it does have hasn't come out yet, but apparently Mark Gatiss is in it, so it's doomed.
Oh. Oh wait, no, it's a lady.
Ooh, what? Who's Mark?
Mark Gatiss is, I mean, he's you know,
Guy from yeah, it's the
you may know
person
as
from Sherlock. Yeah.
yes, like Mycroft from
Oh no.
How do I undo?
Control
Control
Z.
Z, or the little rotatey arrow. No, that's just rotate. That looks like undo, doesn't it? Oh, it's because it's the same symbol. No, that's rotate. Where's undo? Is there an undo button? Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Yeah,
arrow
it's
pointing
underneath
that
the little
way.
hand.
With the
No,
power-
that's the rotate one.
The fill tool is a great. Oh, fuck.
Undo is at the top. There's a different. They're very similar symbols.
There's this like 1 pixel gap.
The fill tool is a great power that comes with great responsibility.
Yes.
Well, see, Chris, on my screen, the top bar has the zoom in, zoom out, and then rotates. Oh, and then there it is. Yeah, there's the undo
Yeah.
and the redo. Different arrows. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I missed
I
them
don't know
first.
how that works, so
It works like that pretty much.
Yeah. What's the description of the hair? None.
center parting is the description. It's my description. What was it? Lightly built blush. Think of a jig. Oh wait, I can. This is where opacity comes into help here.
Ah.
Huh.
I'm learning tools.
Beautiful.
Where do I square glasses?
Imagine there's no.
Beautiful.
You know, I think I've seen this woman in a Starbucks complaining about her order.
That's she's aggressive carrying a walking stick. Square face. There we go. I did it.
Yay!
Wait, no, she's tall. How do I show?
Frame man. Stop. Put a very
Yes.
small golf bag.
We earlier established that a golf bag is 5'1".
Yeah, you know but it's like the internet uses bananas. We use golf clubs.
Did it use? I'm not even going to ask.
Use a banana for scale.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
I mean,
No, don't delete that
there's
shadow.
also the person that measured themselves in Doritos, so you
No-
know,
no
you can
shadow.
use whatever.
Okay.
Can I get a
I'm not.
shadow
It's the
this?
internet. Frame man, stop it! Why are you here now?
Ooh, fancy shadow.
Look at that!
Look at that. Lewis is getting fancy.
I've stuck around you damn artists for too long. There we go.
It's the curse of the artist. It's getting to you.
That's okay. If you look at this, slightly impressive. Look at everything else that's on the screen. No.
That's how it starts, Lewis.
Oh, this is terrible, and I hate it.
Well, yeah. Welcome to art.
Okay, okay. That is angry lady with a walking stick
Yeah,
with a square face.
it's her.
Right.
Giving
I
you
guess.
the biggest middle finger you've ever seen.
You can't say it isn't her, so you know.
I mean, it is actually. You say biggest. It is literally like it's the size of that person's hand. I think.
Yep.
So yeah, I
She's
guess
very big.
she's very big.
Have you seen the person next to her?
Yes.
That person is 6 foot tall.
Literally
Is
the
there one
size of the
more
walking
before?
cane. Not a walking cane or a golf bag. I don't know. Yeah. I guess Chibi's drawing a prompt from Liz. Is that how that
Yeah.
goes?
Yep.
What would you like for a prompt?
Give me
Sounds like the weirdest coffee order ever.
let's do type unique and simple. Random, unique, simple.
Random, unique, simple, with foam or no foam?
No foam, thank you.
Okay.
Lewis has found the unique aspects.
Okay. We got some. Oh, do we want the bodybuilder or the? Oh, yeah. The person with a missing limb is too easy. Then you don't have to draw an extra limb.
You want to
Hey,
give me a challenge?
You don't know how many there were to begin with.
Tan-skinned man with a softly shaped jaw. He wears a white bracelet, has a very long, perfectly trimmed beard, and has straight grey hair.
Oh wow!
Sorry, let me get
So,
Minecraft.
is this
woman.
just a wizard?
It's a wizard.
It's a wizard who's stacked into strength.
Yeah, buff wizard.
This is the
They know
one
one
wizard.
spell, and that spell is punch.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
one wizard who
God.
didn't take strength as a dumpster.
And then bodybuilders. So like,
I feel like magic steroids would be scary.
wait, bodybuilder
It's
is like big, very defined, right?
Yeah.
It's a loose definition.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah, I'm
Master
also reminded of. So in
It's
the
Dorito shaped. That's what I'm going with.
One Dorito high.
in the Dragon Age games, your main character is someone that you get to design, but for the sake of like getting into the couple of default versions of the character, because you can't really market a game well if you can't even have a main character to know to have on there. And for Dragon Age 2, there are two versions of the default main character Hawk. There is the male version and the female version. And the female version is typically a warrior, and the male version is typically a mage. But he is just very large, buff dude, grew up on a farm, and it's like, ah, yes, I am a mage as well.
I am a mage with good deltoids.
I'm a mage that knows how to lift a cow. I'm a farm boy.
Jock mage. I love the pose. I love the tiny head.
Is this the concept art for the upcoming Paramount Halo TV show?
Yes.
Is this what Master Chief looks like under the uniform? The
Yes.
helmet is mostly empty.
If you actually knock on it, it makes a really loud bong.
Frame man, what are you doing? Jage or mock? Eh? Sorceroid? Oh. I just it's,
And the legs get made bigger.
bigger.
You tell that I've been drawing too many big muscle boys recently with the speed I'm doing this.
Every time we do one
No,
of these
basically-
streams, Chib is like, I need to draw tits. Finally.
No, I can.
Finally, you've
Titties.
got the opportunity. For hungers.
Look at that.
So basically, you are the Renaissance artists that are doing their anatomy practice and selling it to the church.
Oh, can
Saints.
Chib, can you, just for me, can you draw buff Saint Sebastian?
Except
Yeah.
the arrow just bounces off. Cause
I mean, not right now, but I will draw buff Saint Sebastian just for you. This is not gonna be buff Saint Sebastian,
just
but I will
strikes his
draw for
abs.
you.
He's like, it just goes dink.
The power of Christ compels you. Well,
What else was I only remembered Big Muscle Man. What else was going on?
Wizard beard.
Right,
Very long, perfectly trimmed beard and straight grey hair.
right.
Oh, the white bracelet. Unmuted. Hello, Plams. I've put in an order for very buff Saint Sebastian. Thought you'd like to know. You did business. Yeah.
Today I conducted 7 business.
Well, I conducted 1, so it's more than me. I was about to say, hang on, what are you doing conducting business on a Sunday? No, that's not how time zones work, Chris. Sarah's gonna bounce right off. Yes, that's exactly what Lewis said.
Great idiots think alike.
Good friends.
But yeah, that's not it.
Face.
This is this is not Saint Sebastian. Just in case you were curious,
Yeah,
I am
this
going to
is-
draw that.
This is Buff Wizard.
This is Buff Wizard. It's very different from Saint Sebastian. And straight hair.
You can come up with a
Saint
good.
Sebastian is also a wizard.
Did it- I think they tend to go with Saint. I would appreciate if the church suddenly just decided to call all saints wizards instead.
That would be very fun, yeah.
I'd go with it. I don't think they would.
3rd of March, the patron wizard of Wales. Wizard David.
See, that one sort of works. Because you got the whole dragon thing going on.
Mm.
The wizard and the dragon. Wizard Knight.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are doing magic, so, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are magic
They
wielders.
honestly just are wizards.
So, I mean,
Just that the church has been denying it.
it's just branding, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Waste of my time. Waste of my fucking time.
You're too tired to
I
figure out
like
how to spell
how
business.
we've-
It's fine.
Clearly got the bare chest look going on here on account of the nipples and belly button have been drawn in.
Listen. Yes.
Yes.
I cannot deny that.
Tube just went on instincts.
I mean, kinda, yeah. I went
My mind
into
is
a
telling me
fugue
wizard
state and
robes,
just
my
this
heart is
muscle
telling
man
me
came out.
titties.
You gave me muscle man, and I went, yeah, I can do that.
The mind says wizard robes, the heart says titties.
Exactly.
And who am I to deny my own heart?
Sorry, everybody. Frame Man is getting very excited by wizard tits.
Also, yes to like lung clots. Just don't want to upset Twitch.
The person from the article you linked also did a series reviewing the 95 Theses. What are those?
Oh, that would be Luther, I think.
What?
So,
Okay.
okay. If this is what I
Right.
think it is, and I might be mixing up things, so who knows?
There, you've got it, apparently.
Martin Luther, the gentleman
Yeah.
who basically is the reason why we
Old.
have part of the reason we have so many Protestant churches, um,
Only part.
was a Catholic uh, priest, monk, whatever.
Yeah.
And basically, he had a lot of issues with how the Catholic Church as a whole was handling things because he was a religious scholar, and there were these things that the church, as a essentially governing body, was saying. When he's like, "Hey, this does not match up with my understanding of anything," and so he wrote up his 95 theses of the 95 major
Oh,
things
we're
that,
talking about that. Okay.
yeah, that he took issue with the church.
Okay. I didn't know we were talking about that. Okay. Yeah, no, that's where Protestant church comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, although hilariously enough, that was the first split with the Protestant quote unquote churches, but that wasn't the first church split
No.
because the Catholic Church way far back got split into Eastern and Western Orthodox
Yeah.
churches. So,
I
we've
mean,
just
yeah,
been
that's the
cutting things in pieces.
I don't know if it will translate the same into English, but like the Great Eastern Schism, that's at least what we call it.
Yeah,
Schism
I
is a good word.
don't know all the words that are used to describe it, but yeah.
Seems we're having a serious conversation about the splitting, and Chris and I both just go schism.
Schism, yeah, it's a lovely word. Good in Scrabble.
love a good schism.
But yeah, that's where the Orthodox Church comes from, and that one has also like split into like because I think the Greek and Russian Orthodox Church is very different and everything. Anyway,
Sorry, this is reading times. I know so little about history and religion, but I like reading articles that say, no sin, so we ain't see it won't droogle you down into hell, chums.
what?
The 1500s are a different time.
Anyway, this is Muscle Wizard.
This
He is
is Muscle
very
Wizard.
well defined.
Patron saint of steroids. It's good. Patron wizard.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
Patronus? Patronus? Something in there. I don't know.
Muscle Wizard might be loved.
I think J.K. Rowling beat you to Patronus there, buddy.
Well, that's the pun. That was what I was trying to go for, but
Oh, well,
it
I
didn't
look
work.
very
Yeah,
silly then.
I'll go back to
You
source
want me to
steroid
render
then.
this for you, Plams? Anyway.
This cute little face makes it look like it casts a spell of muscle, my wizard. Muscle, my wizard
Yeah,
sounds like a
it's
weird
a
old board
wizard
game.
bodybuilding contest, and the point isn't how much work you put into building your muscles; it's how well you can magic your muscles.
Yeah, it's fastest transformation. Fastest, biggest transformation wins. Like the inflating Pokemon.
Except there was no, like, grand magical, like, storm. It just went...
Yeah. Shiver me timbers, but muscle me wizard.
God, I'm now imagining something like that happen because like DBZ has a similar thing. It's like, oh, we do this big transformation sequence thing, and now we've got bigger muscles, and now I'm just imagining instead of the 15-minute, it's just, and then suddenly they're all muscly.
Muscle me, wizard.
That would take like 3 or 4 episodes out of a series, to be fair, if you did that.
Yeah. Dragon Ball would take 3 seasons to transform this wizard.
Sounds like what you imagine reverse bubble wrap would be. Parwellbub.
Anyway.
Anyway, this was a highlight. Good old Buff Whiz.
This was just locked into my soul. Hope everyone enjoyed that.
This is Cheeb's new avatar on all social media. Happy Parwellbub to all. Well, at the risk of
What do
being an
you want?
anticlimax, I now have to draw something.
Draw another buff wizard.
It depends what the prompt is. I can't even remember who's giving me the prompt. Is it Ragdoll?
I think I am.
Oh, you are. Okay.
What do you want?
Buff wizard. All to max.
All to max.
All
Description's
to
gonna be 2 pages.
Unique and detailed.
This character's grandfather was a baker.
Okay.
part of Operation Mincemeat.
Oh jeez.
Unfortunately, he was the dead body.
Okay, I don't see any descriptions for buff wizard, but
You went undercover as a corpse.
It's very good at acting.
yeah. Unfortunately, no. Oh wait, there is one that's muscular.
I did muscles last time.
Facts.
I'll do it again.
Okay. You have detailed descriptions, so that's gonna be a long one. Standing 5 feet tall, this fair-skinned man has a respectable feel about him. A particularly notable feature is his long nails. He is naturally bald. He has a stubble-covered jaw. He has a triangular face, a large nose, small lips, and his knowing black eyes are round. He has muscular arms, a weak torso with chiseled abs,
Okay,
a
we can
narrow
chisel.
waist, and strong legs. He has pierced his left earlobe. He often wears immaculate, fashionable clothes that are mostly white and loose. He is usually seen wearing a distinctive waistcoat. He also wears a ring. That's all.
Right. So I have already done the joke on these streams. You specified triangular face, and I have already done the kind of Phineas and Ferb thing. So I'm not going to do that again.
Oh.
Triangular face, large nose, small lips, knowing black eyes are round. He has muscular arms, weak torso, narrowed waist, strong legs.
Love the weak torso with chiseled abs.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes. Just no pectorals.
Just no.
He only does sit-ups.
No tits, all abs.
What's a respectable feel?
I don't know how you're gonna make this have a respectable feel. Based on this description, I don't respect this person at all.
So okay. How do you? How?
How do
How do you?
I mean, this is what happens every time we go detailed. It throws in details and doesn't care about if any of it makes sense.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to go with it. It says large nose. It doesn't specify how.
Wearing a muscle t-shirt with a big sensor bar over the nip knobs.
No. That's the distinctive waistcoat. It's distinctive because it's very small.
Only abs.
Vegetable field. Does it say anything about the hair? No? No?
Naturally bald.
Oh, naturally, yes, of course. That's why it doesn't say anything about the hair. It explicitly says that there isn't any. Uh, Nothing about ears apart from pierced left ear. We can't see the left ear, so you're just gonna have to take the word. No, massive earring. Let's just get the general structure, and then I'll just hop in straight for the line art. Because why not?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's sort of see where this is going. Let's say just a narrow waist. Of course. Strong legs. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Buff Wizard.
Very understandable.
Naturally bald, stubble-covered jaw. So basically like my grandpa, where all of the hair on top of the head is gone, but there's still some beard there.
Yeah.
I'm going kind of Goblin Man, really. Wasn't the
I'm
intention.
I mean,
noticing
he's
that
got
way.
long nails and has a triangle face, so I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
Though they are respectable goblin, because they have a respectable feel about them.
Yes.
But respected by whom?
Themselves.
Good question.
Themselves. Only themselves. Big arms.
Big arms.
Big arms, tiny waist.
Okay, I like the description. We've got mostly white and loose clothes, but also they're wearing a waistcoat, which are very known for being loose.
Yeah.
Yep, I can make that work. I have plans.
Maybe the waistcoat is unbuttoned.
Okay, right. So.
You doing okay there? Yay, more dot eyes.
Knowing black eyes around.
Very round, very dot.
Very knowing.
Got a bit of a Wilmoth look.
Just a bit. Like if Wilmoth became a goblin.
He's not. What was it? Small lips.
Very tiny mouth.
Very small.
So small. And naturally bald.
As opposed to unnaturally bald.
Yeah.
You fall into a vat of balding acid. Classic.
Instead of getting spider powers, you just go bald.
Yeah, you get Patrick Stewart powers. Suddenly know a lot of Shakespeare, but you've gone bald, so it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. Don't really know where to go with that.
Wherever you want.
In the land of Shakespeare.
What are these crazy tools Chris is pulling out? Just moved a man's skull.
So, if you look with the above where the pencil and pen tool are, there are a couple of selection and lassoing tools.
I can wrangle cows with this app.
I mean, if you draw them first.
I see transform, lasso, circle selection, and move.
Yeah, so the lasso selection, circle selection, and selection are all fairly similar. They're all doing essentially the same thing. It's just that the selection and circle selection start with a rectangle and circle shape, and the lasso selection you could just sort of circle whatever shape you please as long as it's closed.
Right.
The transform means that the area you have selected, you can distort its shape, so you can make it smaller or larger or move it. And the move just takes the area you've selected and moves it. So I'm gonna bring up the eye again.
That
So
you
right
went for
now,
only.
yeah. So right now I've used the lasso tool to select around my eyeball, and I have
What?
it
Don't
selected
do
via
that.
transform,
Be careful.
and I can transform the eye. And I can move the eye.
I love that you went for waistcoat only covering the backs.
The waistcoat, it covers the nips, and you said it was flowing, so it's
Yeah.
Waistcoat nowhere near the waist.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you
I
need a
mean, to be
waistcoat near the
fair,
waist?
to be fair, that does make it very distinctive.
Yeah.
precisely.
Oh, a little butterfly.
Right, this is the tricky bit.
And still those just dot eyes that are seeing nothing.
Sometimes you just gotta go with dot eyes. I mean, sometimes, all the time, basically.
And then my internet died.
No?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear? Yes, you can hear me. That's
Yeah.
good. OBS is reconnecting.
Hi.
My internet went off for a second.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oop.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
This is all staying in the VOD, by the way. So if anyone
Oh,
is hearing
great.
this, this is just for you. Reconnection successful. Okay, we're back on stream. Apparently,
That's good.
We sent the
Um,
gobbos to fix the problem.
Gobos did good. They will get biscuits today.
Only today.
Oh, yeah, they didn't. They haven't figured out if they fix the internet tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there anything else that I may have missed? Do let me know. That's not.
He wears a ring, but I
Yes,
didn't
it
know
does.
which hand you were gonna do that. So I don't know.
But I'm gonna put it there. Hello. Don't worry, my
Hello?
internet died. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Everyone is safe. Everyone is here. Nobody died.
Nobody died. Least of all Saint
Yes.
Sebastian. Buff Wizard, as far as I'm aware, is perfectly fine. Nothing can harm them.
Yeah,
And
too buff.
I can check. He's
Yeah.
still there.
The only thing that he is vulnerable to is emotions.
Exactly. But he will find out how to love, even though he's so buff.
Those big buff muscles won't keep his heart safe.
This feels like the description or the tagline for a weird Hallmark movie.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Just coming to you this December.
It's a Hallmark movie about bodybuilders.
Bad Buff Wizard.
Coming soon, Buff Wizard.
To a theater near you.
It's a
I mean,
wizard, but
I-
buff. That's
I-
it.
Probably read some campy pulp fiction novel about a buff wizard. Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Every time he flexes, lightning strikes.
That's his magic. He does magic by flexing.
And the flex.
Depending on which muscles he flexes, different spells happen.
Yeah. Only wizard that doesn't use a wand. He has muscles for that.
Channeling it through his own body. Now the volcano explodes.
Look at these fancy shoes.
Fancy shoes.
Fancy shoes. This is an amazing outfit.
Trying to make it look sort of like the trousers are just a little bit too small for the muscles, but I'm not very good at drawing muscles or tying outfits.
It's
Jeb, help.
great.
I mean, you didn't have to draw the entire outfit. You cut out half of the waistcoat.
That's part of the outfit. The absence of waistcoat is part of the outfit.
Historic fiction like you've never seen before. Buff Wizard.
Based on a true story, 5 asterisks. Although they make it look like a 5-star review.
But it's behind the wizard, so it looks like even more.
There's just not a thought in his skull.
Absolutely not.
And it's really funny.
This is the new butterfly meme.
Is this a pigeon?
Is this Buff Wizard?
Is this Buff Wizard?
The feet did get a little small towards the end. It's foreshortening. We're looking slightly down. It's fine.
Because he's a goblin and he's very short.
Yeah.
This is my contribution for Goblin Week, apparently.
Buff Wizard's love interest. In the definitely real rom-com coming to theaters near you very soon.
This is a Hallmark streaming exclusive. Can I? It's a bad idea.
Wizard.
Might be a bad idea.
Only
I
on
mean,
the
just because it's a bad
29th of
idea.
February.
I mean, this in general is a bad idea. That much I know. Like that's not news to me. But that feels better. Well, less worse. There we go. There's Klompo. I don't know his name.
Klompo. Anyway, you have to show Miss this as your contribution of Goblin.
Head empty.
Head empty. Arms, yes. Abs, yes. Pecs, questionable. Weak torso. Amazing.
Well, there we
done
go. I've done something. I maybe tried for it, but I've done it.
We've all done it.
We've all done it now. Speaking of we've all done it, all layers on, as is tradition.
The middle is gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
Always a mess.
Lewis's one's usually the best because they're like solid colors.
Oh, whoops. Okay, you leave me and my inability to draw alone.
It is great.
And a cat.
I forgot about Bumcat. Yeah.
It looks like the cactus cat is guarding their golf clubs.
Mine. Do not touch. No touch.
They're part of the golf club. There's security.
Succulenty doesn't work. Anyway,
We've got weird John Lennon hovering there.
oh yeah, sorry, I was
Gotta
just trying to work
find
out what you meant by weird John Lennon. Yeah, I got it. Is it the cat? What's going on?
And then there's a cat licking Buff Wizard.
I mean, you know.
I mean, can you blame it?
Oh, stop that. TOS. TOS.
TOS. TOS. Right, well, that was a time. We met many good friends and some perpetual enemies. And yeah, it was a good. Thank you for joining me and doing stuff. Joining me as if like I did most of the work. I work so hard for these. This is why
I feel like you worked harder on yours than I did on mine.
I write scripts for the intro. You don't know how much I do for this.
Very scripted intro.
I know,
Oh
just
no,
literally-
and
It's very difficult to make these things sound natural. It takes a
Just
lot of
remember to,
rewriting.
like, can you email me my script by Wednesday this time? Because I can't take. I'm busy on Thursday, so I need Sunday's script by Wednesday this time.
You're breaking my back here. You're breaking my back. Yes, thank you for. How dare you tell me to shut up and that I do great? Only one of those is allowed. Yeah. Thanks. Tuesday we'll be back with a stream, hopefully, with the Bloodborne demake. There's a fan-made version of Bloodborne as if it were made on the PlayStation 1. And that should be coming out tomorrow, I think. So yeah, hopefully we'll be playing that.
Those are going to be so blocky.
Yeah, lots of crunchy sounds and blocky polygons and textures and stuff. It's not the whole game. It's sort of the first bit of the game and then a bunch of little bonus stuff. But I've been following the progression of it since relatively early in development, and yeah, it looks like a fun time. It makes me want to play Nightmare Creatures, which is a similar looking game that I never played on the PS1. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Hope everyone had a good time.
I had a great time.
Oh boy, it's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, I will leave now, for that is how streams end. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Bye.
Have a lovely week. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye.